Forward, march, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I don't know, but I've been told. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to squeeze down here in front of Drill Sergeant Eastman. This background photo was taken at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. This is the 4th Platoon, Delta Company, December 1975. I am making this video because I am not in touch with any friends from basic training, but I have a lot of pictures. I remember one girl I used to hang around with. Her name was Briggs. In basic training, we referred to each other by our last names. I don't remember if Briggs was in basic training with me or AIT. AIT is Advanced Individual Training. My AIT was also at Fort Jackson. Take a look at the photo and let me know if you see anyone you know or if you can spot me. I was young and fly. Ha! Fly. That's slang from the 1970s and 80s, meaning cool, hip, attractive, awesome, and dressing in the latest fashions. I heard somebody say fly the other day. I weighed 101 pounds when I went into the military. I had one friend from my duty station in the Washington, D.C. area. I lived at Fort Myer in Arlington, Virginia, next to Arlington National Cemetery. I started working at Arlington Hall Station, and after a couple of years, I changed my MOS. That's Military Occupational Specialty. Here's some advice. Don't let people tell you you can't do something or it's not possible. You never know until you ask or try it. I decided learning computers would be a better opportunity for me than being an administrative assistant. I am unsure how I learned how to change my MOS. Someone must have told me. I needed to write a letter to the general of our base. When I shared my plans with two sergeants that were much higher in rank than I was, the first thing they said was, the general is not going to let you go to computer school. Well, luckily, I am not the type of person to listen to other people's opinions. I often tell this story because it's a reminder of where I could have been compared to the path I took by asking for more. You have to ask for what you want. Back then, and even today, computers were a great career opportunity. And as an administrative assistant, I was not a very good typist. The general approved my request and I was off to Indiana for training. My only obligation was to extend my service in the Army for 2 years beyond my discharge date. Believe me, I am so glad I didn't listen to someone tell me I couldn't do something or that something wasn't possible. The moral of the story is you never know until you try. Don't let other people hold you back. I also worked at the Pentagon in Virginia and the Forrestal Building in D.C. So I completed my 5 years and I went to work in corporate America for a Fortune 500 company. I stayed there for 5 years, and you know they say it's a small world. At my next job, which is about 10 years after my Army basic training, a friend and I used to go to lunch every day, and sometimes we would go to the cafeteria at the Columbia Hospital for Women in Washington, D.C. A tall, good-looking security guard would sometimes be outside or inside at the desk. I told my friend, I think that is my drill sergeant from when I was in the Army. One day he was outside and I yelled, "Eastman!" He turned around and of course he didn't remember me, but he was surprised after so many years that I recognized him. And that is not the end of the story of it being a small world. Then my friend said, "He lives in my neighborhood." I can look from my back deck and see his backyard. Wow, it is a small world. While researching this story, I learned that Drill Sergeant Eastman passed away in April of this year. So this is my tribute to Drill Sergeant Eastman. I don't think I could have had a better drill sergeant. He was laid back, funny, and a really nice guy. I remember one evening I went to his office and I said, "I want to go home." I may have had tears running down my face. He said, "Okay, you can go home," just like that. Well, I'm glad I didn't go home. May God be with his family and may he rest in peace. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Please come back, like, share, comment, and let me know if you have any questions. If you want to know more about me, please watch my first welcome video titled, "This Must Be the Place." Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See you later.